Hey everyone. Hey my dear brothers and sisters in Jesus Christ. Hey people that don't believe me. Can I ask you, can we have this video together? Why don't you believe me? What am I doing that's so wrong or weird or strange or inappropriate or whatever words you have to say? What am I doing wrong? I know I mention things that are of the occult, and not everyone understands the occult. It's hidden in plain sight, and it's a bunch of information that not everyone understands. But what's with people that watch this channel that go, I don't get this ever? Really? My favorite gesture that the sold out satanic Luciferian satanic people, Freemasons, my favorite gesture that they do is called the Uttara Bodhi Mudra. Not everyone can pronounce it properly. Not everyone can spell it properly. Not everyone knows what it is. They're still like, I don't know what this guy's talking about. But I will show you. If you type in Uttara Bodhi Mudra, a mudra is a hand gesture from yoga and Freemasonry. Mudra is a hand gesture. There's different kinds. The Uttara Bodhi Mudra is a certain type of a gesture, a hand gesture. It is supposed to represent enlightenment, but it's the false light of Lucifer, the light bearer, who is Satan. The people that do this are famous. They're Freemasons. They're sold out Satanists. Their God is Satan, Lucifer, whatever you want to call him. That's their God. When you type in Uttara Bodhi Mudra into Google, it says Uttara Bodhi Mudra is the hand gesture of highest enlightenment and spiritual transformation. That's true to an extent, except it's not. It's not real enlightenment. It's satanic enlightenment. It's ego. It's pride. It's the pride of humanity. The people that do this gesture, they're prideful. They like showing it off. They're telling you that they're enlightened, that they have this insider knowledge that you don't have. You're not aware. And again, they would probably say, I wouldn't say this, but you're a sheep, right? You're a lost sheep. You have no idea what's going on. Except the true sheep are children of God, and Jesus Christ is the good shepherd. Hallelujah. Jesus is everything. He's God. Jesus is everything. You can stand on his solid rock and foundation that he is. You can stand on that and you will not lose. Your life won't be perfect. You won't have a perfect little life. I don't. I struggle. I do struggle. My goodness. Sometimes I wonder, I'm like, God, why is your plan hard like this? Like, getting through to people, day-to-day life, like depression, anxiety, these things that exist in real life that are very true for me and maybe you, if you listening. I don't know if you connect with me. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I'm being honest with you. Again, I struggle with certain things, and like life is strange. Like life is really strange. And again, like seeing this stuff, knowing this stuff, and the average person doesn't get it, and they don't want to get it. They don't want to research. They don't want to pray. They don't want to understand the truth. They don't want to know this stuff. It's weird to them. This is crazy. I don't want to know this stuff. The Uttara Bodhi Mudra is the hand gesture of highest enlightenment and spiritual transformation. You can hold it down like this. You can hold it up like that. okay? You can do it a few different ways. And when I say you, I mean celebrities. Richard Dawkins, the atheist, he's doing the Uttara Bodhi Mudra here. Index fingers pressed together, pressed against his lips, other fingers interlocked. Index fingers pressed together, other fingers interlocked. Index fingers pressed together, pressed against his lips, other fingers interlocked. In looking at all these examples, can you see that this is something and it's not nothing? This is something. It's something to be aware of. It's the world that we all live in. I don't purposely want to sound like a weirdo when I make my videos, but I know I sound like that to certain people. People that are fast asleep, that don't research at all, don't pray, have a prayer life with God, they're lost. They don't understand this stuff. They don't understand this stuff at all. I can show them all of these pictures and they won't get it still. Hey, isn't that upsetting? Isn't that strange? It's so strange to me. You guys can't see this, hey? Hey? You guys can't see Wyatt Cenac, the comedian and Daily Show correspondent, doing index fingers pressed together, pressed against his lips, and his other fingers are interlocked. You can't see that? Are you sure? Do you just not want to see it? Like, can you see this? And you're like, okay, like he's on to something, but I don't want to know this. This is weird. I don't want to know this. This interferes with my life. And sorry, not sorry to interfere with your life, but this stuff is real. And there's a whole bunch of other stuff that goes along with this. Don't you worry. There's a whole bunch of other stuff. The firmament, the flat earth, no evolution, no Big Bang. All this stuff goes along with this stuff. It really does. You got to put the pieces of the puzzle together. A lot of people like to do jigsaw puzzles and crossword puzzles. How about this puzzle? What's wrong with this puzzle? It's like the most interesting puzzle there is. You can't see all these people doing the same thing? Hey? You can't see this? Are you sure? Are you sure you can't see this? Every single one of these pictures has someone doing index fingers pressed together, other fingers interlocked. Sometimes it's pressed against their lips. Sometimes it's pointed down, like in this example here. But a lot of the times it's index fingers pressed together, pressed against their lips, other fingers interlocked. So what does this mean? Why am I making this video? Am I a moron? Am I a weirdo? Why am I wasting my time doing these videos? It's in the hopes that people will realize what the truth is of the world. Hopefully it'll put the fear of God into you, which makes you have faith in Jesus Christ, very strong faith in Jesus Christ. So you know that he is God. So you have faith in him for salvation. Forgiveness of sins. We're all sinners. Look at all these people doing this gesture. I've just been scrolling down this whole time. Like, look, it's pastors, it's religious people, quote unquote. Index fingers pressed together, pressed against his lips, other fingers interlocked. Index fingers pressed together, pressed against his lips, other fingers interlocked. Like, no, they're not doing this. Hey, he's not doing it. He's not doing it. He's not doing it. No, they're all doing it. Hey? So, like, I'll wrap this up, but like, just really, if you were someone that denies this stuff, really, like, how come, why are you denying this? So this guy's not doing index fingers pressed together, pressed against his lips, other fingers interlocked. He's not doing that because that's what he's doing. You may not know who this person is, but they're a famous person to some extent. Why are they famous? Because they're doing these gestures. They sold their soul for rock and roll. They're not on Team Jesus Christ, the winning team. They are on the losing team of Team Lucifer, Team Satan. Believe it or not. You don't have to believe me. I would love for you to believe me. And if you don't believe me, have a polite conversation in the comments section. Myself and my other brothers and sisters will probably read your comment and get back to you. Hey? Keeps going on because there's so many people like this. What's his face? Jonathan Cahn. Cahn. I've never followed him, but I'm aware of him. He doesn't believe in Jesus Christ. I believe that he's a Jew that rejects the Messiah, and that is very unfortunate. On top of that, this isn't the only time he does this, but he does it many other times, so it's even more suspicious. He does index fingers pressed together, other fingers interlocked, doing the Uttara Bodhi Mudra, the gesture of enlightenment. You don't think that the prideful world wants to be like, look at me, I'm enlightened. That's what they want to do. And it's a mistake. See, they're prideful. They want to show it off. It's like the Pharisees in the midst of everything. And you go, oh, look at those guys. They're praying out loud and they're being vocal and they're dressed modestly, but are they modest? Right? Preaching and praying in the middle of the market or the middle of the marketplace or in the middle of whatever. My best prayers are very private. I like praying with other people. Sometimes it can be awkward because, you don't know the person sometimes, or you don't know them very well. And your prayer, they may not be on the same page as you, right? If you don't know them, you don't know them. But I really like my private prayer, whether it's in the shower or just right when I'm waking up or right when I'm going to bed or I never want to hear the words, depart from me, I never knew you. I want to hear the words, thank you for being a good and faithful servant. I want to be a child of God, and I am a child of God. It's just so hard to grasp it because it's so important. And there's a lot of times I just don't feel worthy about it. I think a lot of us struggle with that kind of stuff, right? We don't feel worthy of God's love and forgiveness. Even if we repent and, get on a good path, we're still fallen in nature. We're still in the flesh. I still suck at times. Oh, brothers and sisters and everyone else, I'll shut up now, but I just want people to really know the truth of Jesus, to really understand how fallen the world is and how many people are sold out to the devil. It's amazing. It's amazing and astonishing. The average person cannot comprehend it. They can't. They can't. It's too big for them, right? Right? What is it? A Few Good Men with Tom Cruise and Jack Nicholson? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth. very seriously, a lot of people I know and love, they can't handle the truth. They can't handle this stuff. So they deny it. They laugh at it. They mock at it. They dismiss it. They ignore it. They do anything but investigate it and research about it because it is true. What if crazy old me is telling you the truth? Hey, what if I really found God and I'm not perfect, but what if I really am telling you the truth about these hand gestures and other things that run the world? What if I'm being true about that? What if I'm actually correct? Like, that would change your perception of me, right? That would change your perception of the world. And that's what it's done for me. That's why I'm not normal. That's why I have a hard time with people that are just living their best life now, is because, I've taken the step over and I'm like, yep, biblical world, yep, that kind of thing, right? I'm just like, I've accepted it. I know it to be true. I'm not guessing. I'm not estimating. I'm not using an estimated guess. I know this stuff to be true. I know it is. I can see it very clearly. Jesus is God. The Bible is real. We're living it right now. The earth is flat, motionless, and domed. It's not a spinning ball in space. These sellouts that want to give you religion, they're sold out to the devil, that do devil hand signs and Freemason agendas. I am just telling you. I'm telling you. Do like I've mentioned many times. I watch videos sometimes that are pretty dark, but like a person that murders people, and you can watch them give their story, their testimony, whatever you want to call it, and like it changes up because they're a liar and a murderer and a deceiver. That's, I don't even want to get into it, but their stories change. They're not trustworthy. They change their story. Do I ever change my story? Or do I say index fingers pressed together, other fingers interlocked, that kind of thing? Like, I say it. I stick to my guns, as they say. That's a terrible slogan, but I stick to what I know and I stick to what I truly believe in. And I'm telling you the truth. This stuff could potentially save your soul. Because if you wake up, you'll go, okay, well, I need Jesus Christ. Let me research this stuff. This is crazy stuff. As if the world's like this. No, it's not like this. The world's really fallen and satanic, and people are deceiving us at every corner. Yes. 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 We're being deceived day and night, nonstop, 24/7. We're being deceived. It's even worse because once you become a true Christian, you'll find out that a lot of quote unquote true Christians aren't Christians. Right? So you got to like watch your back on all the deceivers, the New Agers, the Satanists, the Freemasons, etc. And then when it comes to the Christians, you got to watch your back with them too because some of them suck. You know? It's not funny, but it's like it's kind of funny because it's like, man, the deception's that deep, huh? It's like, yep, it definitely is. Welcome to the club. If you're awake and you understand these things, welcome to the club. You're living in The Truman Show. You're living in Groundhog's Day. You're living in The Matrix. You're living in They Live. These are movies that the truther community knows very, very well because even Rowdy Roddy Piper, who was in They Live, the main star, who put on the sunglasses and saw reality for what it is, that people are fallen and they're deceiving you and they they want you to, like make money your god, and never mind these aliens, reptilians, satanic beings that are walking amongst you. Nope, never mind about that stuff. Anyways, Deceivers, huh? I don't like deceivers. I don't hate them. And when I say this from my heart and soul. I don't want these people to go to hell. I don't. I'm not wishing they go to hell. Like they're in the wrong and they're working for the devil, but I still don't want them to go to hell. I don't. I don't want that to happen. God knows my heart, mind, soul, and strength. He knows everything about me. He knows everything about you. So if you're a liar, a phony baloney, he knows that. And maybe he'll stop promoting you if you're a phony baloney, right? Like it's up to God who like gets through in this world. And you know, we like I question why so many sellouts are like they have the fame, fortune, success because they sold out. I question that stuff. It's weird. But again, I don't want that and I'm not craving that. I'm not, I'm not feeling left out or bitter because of that. I really don't like fame and fortune and celebrity. I don't like these things. I like humble pie. I like just like nature and family and love and basic stuff, basic food, basic this, basic music. Like I, I, I'm very vanilla. I'm very boring to be honest with you. But I don't think that's a bad thing. I'm no Ned Flanders of The Simpsons, right? I'm not like that. I live most of my life as a secular person, listening to punk rock music and heavy music and doing a bunch of other things, partying all the time, hanging out with my friends, not knowing God, dismissing God, listening to bands like Bad Religion, right? Their symbol, their icon is a cross with a cross through it. You know what I mean? Bad Religion. This, right? It's the Christian cross, which Jesus Christ, God, died upon, and they're putting a cross through that, like, no thanks, we don't want that. A good friend of mine, we used to go to university together, and we would park on like the main streets in downtown. And one time, someone left a note on her windshield because she had a bunch of punk rock stickers on her car and in the back window and stuff, and Bad Religion was one of them. And again, it's the cross that Jesus Christ, God, died upon. It's everything. And it has a cross through it. It's like, nope, no thank you for that. And someone left them a note saying, like, it was a Christian person saying, I hope you come around to knowing God and let go of these things. I don't remember exactly what it said, but the friend of mine that whose car was had this sticker, and then again the note from the Christian. She was so angry at that. She was so angry at that. Years later, I was driving my grandparents to the grocery store. I was in my car, and I saw her. She was getting out of her car. I haven't seen her for years, but I was looking at her with a smile on my face, just being like, hey, it's one of my old friends. And she looked at me. Her face immediately went sour, and she just went like, ugh. And why did she do that? Because I'm a Christian. The world hates Jesus Christ. The world hates true Christians. Why is that? Because people hate the truth. People don't want to wake up. They want to do their best life now or whatever they want to do with their life. They don't want to be told what to do. I can do whatever I want. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Aleister Crowley, super duper satanic person. Do what you want. That's his motto. That's the satanic motto. Do what you want. Do what you want. Sounds legit, right? It's almost like follow your heart, which I did a video on the other day and saying that no, don't follow your heart. The heart is deceitfully wicked. Who can know it? God. Follow Jesus Christ and not your heart, your mind, your intuition, your anything. Follow God as the person to direct you in your life. You may not like it at first. You may not like it later on. You may not like it at all. But it's the right thing to do, and it benefits us. It's not a buzzkill. It's not like God's like, I don't want you to have fun and party with your friends. Bow down and worship me. You should want to worship God. You should want God. You should want to be like God and more like God, Jesus Christ. I want that. It's hard, but I want that. Anyways, so I hope you can take a little something away from this video. Like, I make videos every day. Sometimes I just get on here and rant like this video, but I truly care. I want to make a difference in the world, and not so I can like wave a banner and be like, hooray for me. Nope. I want to know Jesus Christ more and get others to know Jesus Christ more. That's what's important. Can't we all agree on that, true Christians, that it's like, hey, you love Jesus lots? And you're like, yep. And it's like, yeah, me too. Right? Like, it's that simple. You love Jesus? If you really love Jesus, you're not a perfect person, but you want to be perfect. You don't want sin in your life. I don't want sin in my life. I still mess up all the time. I hate it. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. I cannot wait to be raptured, to go with God, and to not sin anymore. To have a robe of righteousness, to have a new glorified body, to rest knowing that I'm home and safe and I don't need to worry about death or pain or suffering or cancer, the death of loved ones, on and on. We don't need to worry about that once we're with God. And that's just like scratching the surface. What sounds bad about that? You listening that don't believe. Again, if your whole stance is, well, I just don't believe that. I don't believe that happens. But what if you're wrong? What if I'm right and you're wrong about this topic? And again, when I say that, I'm being humble. I'm not saying I have this all figured out. I don't, obviously. But I'm saying, what if I'm right about Jesus and the meaning of life and salvation and all the promises of God and the things that God does for us? What if I'm right about that, and you that are bitter and a little like, I don't want to know this, and get away from me, like, don't tell me what to think, I'm living my best life now. What if you're wrong and what if I'm right? Would you change your mind? What am I really asking of you? I'm asking you to have faith in Jesus Christ, who is God. And then go from there. Start learning, researching. Start doing a lot of things that you probably haven't done before. It'll be awkward at first. You will get rejected by people in your day-to-day life, your family members and your friends. You will start getting rejected by those people because they'll think you're a weirdo. But little do they know that you're starting to understand the truth, which saves your soul. And the people that don't have faith in God and don't want to know Jesus, I just feel so sad for them. Don't die in your sins. Please go to heaven today. Well, you know what I mean. Don't go to heaven. Like, I don't want you to pass away and go to heaven. As much as I do want that in some extent, but like, no, like I myself, I don't like, in God's time I will go be with him, whether I pass away or whether it's the rapture. I am not looking for death. I want to live my life as best as I can and like help the Lord do his job. And even saying that sounds kind of rude, but like, I want to work for Jesus Christ. I want to be a good and faithful servant. In my weird way of doing things with my YouTube videos and whatever, I'm trying. I'm honestly trying. Like, I don't know if I could ever be a street preacher. I don't know the Bible well enough. And also, I don't like bothering people, so it's like, that's why like I stopped doing Facebook, and I stopped contacting my family members with emails and stuff like that, and I just do my YouTube channel. So it's like, if you want to hear what I have to say, you come here, and on your own free will, you come here and listen to me. If you want to. Again, you guys know what I mean? Like, YouTube, like, no one has to watch your videos. If you don't like someone, don't watch their videos. Don't want to hear them? Don't watch their videos. It's very liberating. I still get a lot of people on this channel that they don't like me at all, and they let me know that very vocally. So I'm like, well, why are you watching my videos then? Don't watch my videos. Leave it out of your life. We don't have to get together. I would like you to be my brother or sister in Christ. But if we're not going to meet there, then, like, don't waste your time. Don't, like, free speech. Free speech is something great. Like, I don't want people to be racist. I don't want people to be hateful. I don't promote hate on my channel. Some people may think that. Some people may say, well, you hate gay people. What are you talking about? Hypocrite? And I would say, no, I do not hate gay people. I hate sin and abomination according to God, and I'm going to point that out. Like, if someone needed some water because they're dying of thirst, I would give them a drink of water no matter who they are. Okay? Honestly, that's what we're called to do as Christians. Something like that. Jesus Christ, God, humbled himself in many, many, many ways. Not just his death, burial, and resurrection on the cross. He washed people's feet. God Almighty did that. He came into the town riding on a mule, a donkey, very humble. Not a chariot, right? He didn't come there with a big carriage or chariot or whatever, all puffed up and stuff. Isn't God amazing? Like, that's one of the aspects of God that I appreciate the most, the humble aspects of God. God, for being so almighty and powerful, like, I can't even put into words how almighty and powerful he is. I just want to get that straight. Like, he is almighty and powerful, but he's also super humble as an example to us. That's it. I'm done. I think God's amazing. I think God is amazing. Again, I used to be into bad religion and listen to the music, and I just thought I'd tell that little story there because that's the way I feel with like my old friends and family and some of them and other people. Like I'm a Christian, so I'm a crazy person, and they want nothing of me or it or whatever. They don't want to listen. They don't want to research. They don't want to study. They don't want to have a conversation. They don't want to do anything. They just want to hate on it. That's hard. That's very hard to deal with, especially when you care so much. I care so much. I hope that shows in my channel. I hope that shows in this video. Why am I doing these videos? Because I don't care? No, it's because I really care. I don't mind looking crazy in certain people's eyes if I'm standing up on the truth and it just The truth is so different from what the world says, so I get it. Like, I get why people are like, that's crazy talk. I get it. But I know it to be true, and I'm gonna stand up for it. That's it. Brothers and sisters and everyone else, God bless you.